guys, I'm Ryan. I'm not a professional car guy by any means, but I know enough to get by. I'm that amateur car guy. I drive a 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse GT that I drive the crap out of every day. It was a project car, but it's also my daily, which was probably the worst combination I've ever come up with in my life. I also drive a 2016 Yamaha R3 motorcycle. I'm going to give you guys a review of my car today. Let's go for a ride. So this is my project car and my daily driver. It's a 2003 Mitsubishi Eclipse GT. I bought it off a guy that I know for $900. It didn't have a clutch in it. Put a new clutch in it, and basically right after that, the rear strut mounts broke and both of my struts were loose. I welded them in flat to the rest of the car till I could afford to get new shocks in it. Broke down, got the new strut mounts and shocks in the back, and basically the next day the front suspension did the same thing. And I drove with that for a little bit because I didn't have the money to put into it. Then recently I just got the front suspension done, so all of the running gear is basically new, the transmission and clutch is new. I have to do an engine swap on this at some point because the engine's going on it, and instead of putting the money into the engine, I will just put the money into a new, more powerful engine. The specs on this, it comes with 200 horsepower and 205 foot-pounds of torque. When these cars have been dynoed by people that I know, they run about 201 horsepower and 201 foot-pounds of torque. This one, it's 2003, it's 13, 14 years old, and no work's been done to the engine really on it yet. Not sure the previous owners how much care they took to the engine, but it's probably putting out about 180, 190 horsepower now. So I want to get the new engine in it, and then I'll upgrade and see how much power I can get this thing to put out. So this thing has a 3.0 V6 fuel-injected engine made by Mitsubishi. Diamond Star Motors was co-owned by Mitsubishi at the time that they were making this, which means that this car is actually a Chrysler product. The engine is from a Chrysler Sebring, but then was tuned by Mitsubishi to rev higher and put out more power than a Chrysler Sebring. But if you were to look at the engine and look at a Chrysler Sebring engine, it's pretty much the exact same thing. That being said though, in a light car like this, it goes. And it is definitely not short on power.
The Eclipse was produced by Mitsubishi between 1989 and 2011, having 4 generations in total. It has also been rebadged and sold as the Eagle Talon and the Plymouth Laser through Mitsubishi Motors' close relationship with Chrysler. The partnership was called Diamond Star Motors, DSM for short. The first 2 generations, the 1G and the 2G, shared the platforms and parts of the Eagle Talon and the Plymouth Laser. The one I'm driving, the GT model of the 3rd generation, the 3G, shared the platform of the Chrysler Sebring and the Dodge Stratus. But even with the close relationship with Chrysler, what I find makes the Eclipse stand out from the rest of the DSM products is its story and reputation that makes the Japanese sports car a completely different animal from its American cousins. While a car guy sees an Eagle Talon or a Dodge Stratus driving around or on a track, they know the history and they know the driver chose a great car. All of the American DSM products don't really stand out to everyday people though. The Eclipse, however, looks fast and more sporty despite having a 0 to 60 mile per hour of only 7 seconds. Its body curves are beautiful, and while driving, if you look in the rear mirror, you can see the rear quarter panels, and it gives you almost the feel that you're driving a wide body. The Eclipse is also well known for its presence in the Fast and the Furious movies. It's a car with character. It's a car that, for me at least, is something I'd choose over any modern sports car in the same price range that you could go out and buy today. It has personality when you drive it, and it lets you drive it however you want to, whether you're just driving it to work or you're punching it around a track. It loves it all. So despite the clear coat coming off and how you have to pop the hood from the broken latch in the bumper, For me, it's a car worth putting the money into, because the Eclipse will always be relevant to anybody who sees it. Even when something goes wrong with the car, or it seems like it's a waste of time to keep putting the money into it, just going for a drive in it reminds me that it's worth it. They're a damn good car in my books, and they always will be. Now that's the review on my car today. Remember, whether you're driving a Corolla or a GTR, drive safe, never slow.